And again, doing it in that L-sit position is going to increase the intensity of the exercise. It's going to actually place more stress on the back as opposed to the biceps.
Line them up, knock them down. Yeah. They said it was a grind. They said it takes time, yeah, I know. I guess they weren't lying. Every time I try to climb, they cut the rope. I fell straight to the bottom, got problems, I don't really want to talk about them, no. I've been down this road too many times to be afraid. I close my eyes when I walk down it.
What's going on, YouTube? You're back with the Prez, and we're in the home gym today, and today I'm bringing you a full calisthenic only pull workout. Primarily that means we're going to be training most of the posterior chain, aka our back muscles, right? So this is going to be a strength and hypertrophy focused workout, really working on that high intensity sets, really focusing on muscle building. So we're going to be keeping the break periods around 2 to 3 minutes for every exercise, and again it's going to be strength and hypertrophy work. And remember guys, when working the back muscles, the posterior chain, to hit it effectively, you got to incorporate not only vertical pulls, meaning pull-ups and chin-ups, you got to do horizontal movements, some type of rowing exercise, so you can target the width as well as the thickness of the back, right? That's how you're going to get the most bang for your buck when training your back. So the first exercise I'm going to be doing is going to be a horizontal rowing exercise. I'm going to be doing band-assisted front lever pulls. So you guys know a front lever is a horizontal movement. If you were going to do pulls or if you were going to do Australian bodyweight rows, almost the same movement, just with your feet on the floor then, but you're rowing, right? You're working on that thickness, the width this way of your back, right? When you're doing rows, when you're doing vertical pulls, you're working more on that V, that wideness of the back, right? So first exercise I'm going to start with is these band-assisted front lever pulls, and that's because they're going to be the hardest for me. The volume's going to be very low each set. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to hit more than 1 rep each set. And again, I have the 2 lightest bands I own. This orange band maybe helps 5 pounds total, and then I got this red, which is maybe giving me 10 pounds of assistance. So, set 1, guys, I already warmed up, stretched out, did a few scapula pulls for a warm-up. So we're going to go right into it, band-assisted front lever, and then I'm going to be going for pulls in that position. And you guys see, look, it's a very tough movement, right? So I'll do 3 sets, maybe 4 sets of these rows, and then after the last set of that, I will drop down into an easier regression, meaning tough bodyweight rows, just to add up a little more volume, which is still going to be on that lower 6 to 8 rep range. So 3 or 4 total sets of these band-assisted front lever pulls for the first exercise. And the movement, again, if you guys can't do band-assisted front levers or front levers in general, you don't have to start with this exercise. You guys can start with what you guys are going to see me do next. So work on your level, do the hardest exercise for you first. This way you get the most nervous system activation. Fire it up to start. This way you don't work it when you're under fatigue already. So first exercise, these band-assisted front lever pulls. I'll show you the next set. Alright guys, second set. So as you guys also noticed in set 1, it's a lot to think about, right? Pulling in that front lever, I not only have to keep engaging the glutes, but now I gotta think about engaging the glutes, staying tight, and getting that pull in. It's a lot to think about, guys. Remember, you're turning a static move into a dynamic exercise now. So it's a little more tricky, a lot more muscle activation too. So let's get this second set. Alright, again, I'm only catching 2 good, maybe 3 reps total, if you want to count the 3rd rep, but again, I am noticing as I drop, I do get a little bit of the disconnection in the glutes, right? Because again, it's a lot to think about. I gotta disengage the lats and drop down. The more repetitions you do in an exercise, the more you're gonna learn and get better at it. So remember, you guys gotta keep the volume. Remember, the volume of the sets are low, right? But you gotta do a lot of sets of this to make it effective. So like I said, I was gonna do 3 sets, but 3 isn't gonna be enough. So I'm gonna go for 4 total sets. But this is a movement that I train often, right? So I've been training front levers often now. I kept my routine almost every pull day. Now I'm gonna have to start keeping these in my pull day instead. stop working on the front lever hold so much, and now I gotta get stronger in the front lever pull, which is just gonna help the front lever in general. So 2 to 3 times a week I'll be hitting this routine. Total volume of sets throughout the week is still relatively high. So 2 sets down. I'm not gonna show you all 4 of these. So you'll see the last set when we're at set 4. Let's go. All right, guys, so I didn't record set 3, but here's set 4. Now, what you guys are gonna notice on this 4th set, on the first pull, I'm gonna try to hold the bent arm position for as long as I can to get my body stronger in that bent arm 90-degree hold, which again is gonna translate over to being stronger in more repetitions. And I'll still try to go for 2 reps after that. So from the crank, engage, hold, lock out. Oh, and I couldn't even get a third. I couldn't even get a second pull. So I'm gonna use some momentum now. Just little swing on that last rep. Get my body up, back into that 90-degree pull, try to come down to a front lever for a quick second. So that was 4 sets total. Remember guys, when I train my pull days, or as of late I've been doing front levers very often. Almost every day I would throw in just 1 front lever hold to keep the body fresh at the movement. So now, because I got pretty good at the front levers, and I'm trying to get stronger in the pull, I'm gonna have to go back to the bands and do these band-assisted front lever reps. So, on the next upper body day, you guys are gonna see, I'll definitely throw this movement in. And today's session, again, pure back work, all posterior chain, full pull workout. That's the focus of today's session. So this first exercise was pure strength building. A lot of central nervous system and neuromuscular adaptations have to be learned in order to get better at this movement, right? That's why 4 sets. Listen, if I was only doing this movement today, I would have did 10 total sets of this and called it a day. But because I want to get a full back workout in, again, we got to moderate the volume for each exercise and we hit it often throughout the week. So I'll see you. Next exercise is going to be our vertical pull, our main vertical pull movement. So let's get it. Alright guys, moving on to our vertical pull movement. Of course, we got pull-ups and we're doing them weighted. So I did 1 warm-up set before I have this 35 pounds on. I just did 1 body weight set, 10 reps, just to get some movement and some activation of the posterior chain and the vertical pull muscles. So, 1 more warm-up set. We got the 35-pound plate on. Just gonna go for 6 reps, and nice and as strong and controlled as possible. And then we're gonna go for 3 working sets at 70 pounds. So I'm gonna strap on 2 of these for our working set. So, this is the second warm-up set, 35-pound weighted pull. Again, just 6 powerful, controlled reps, really working on warming up the nervous system in this movement now, and not trying to fatigue because we want to get 3 strong working sets with the 70 pounds. So, see you at the working sets. Alright guys, so like I said, 3 main working sets. We're strapping on 235, so we got the 70, which is just like my 70-pound kettlebell that I've been working with. So now, remember, before I increase my working set weight when I'm trying to go for volume of weighted pulls from 70, which I've been working on now for almost 5 weeks, look, I want to hit a good 4 sets of 10 clean reps with the 70 when I start that as my first movement. So starting this second, after doing those horizontal front lever pulls, they're going to be a little fatigued. I'm not going to be able to produce as much effort as I would if I started this exercise first. But we're still going to push out, hoping to push out at least 6 reps each set right now. So 70 pounds, working set 1. Like I said, I knew I would catch 6. I could have went for 7, maybe even 8 on this first set, but then I would have definitely had to drop off for set 2 and set 3. So remember guys, hypertrophy, typically you're going to fall in that 6 to 12 rep range, spending a little more time on the bar, more time under tension. So again, I'm taking probably 3-minute breaks in between each of these sets because I want to, again, get the 6 reps out. And this is what we're talking about. Look, the intensity is high. So this 70 pounds, working it as my second exercise, is more intense than what I'm doing as my first exercise. 6 reps took a toll, right? Got my heart rate very elevated, taxing on the nervous system. I got to recover sufficiently to catch another 6 reps for the second set. So, again, 2 to 3 minute break right now. See you with the next set. Alright guys, second set, 70 on. Let's get an easy 6, maybe I'll go for 7 this set. And look, 6, perfect number. 7, I would have been pushing it. Again, definitely would have fell off if I went for 7 on set 3. So, 3-minute break again. See you with the last set. Let's go, guys. Third set. About 2.5-minute break right now. That's how you make the 6 reps hard. So, 3 sets, 6 reps, 70-pound weighted pulls. Done. I'm going to do 2 more sets now as drop sets right away. So, stay going. I'm going to drop 135. So, I'm going to drop down to 35 pounds. We got to get at least 7 right now. Now we're going to drop the body weight. You got to get at least 8. Woo! Look guys, that's how you increase the intensity at the same time as decreasing the load, right? So 70 pounds was our max weight for the working sets. We fatigued on that third set of 6 reps. Immediately we dropped the weight by 50%, so we dropped 35 pounds. We went to 35-pound pulls. In the beginning I was doing warm-up set for 6 reps, easy, powerful. Now when I dropped down as a drop set, 7 was tough, right? So the 35-pound intensity is extremely increased as it was opposed to the beginning. Then when we drop to body weight, 8 reps are tough, right? So your body's under so much fatigue from the prior weighted sets that your body weight now, the intensity that your body weight is bringing is extremely elevated also. That's how you learn to manipulate intensities while doing body weight exercises with weighted work, right? And again, that's also going to tap into some more endurance sets because we hit 6, 7, 8. That's over 20 reps a clip. And at the same time, look, as you can see, heart rate's more elevated, more time on detention. So you're really tapping into that hypertrophy upper end of the working sets and then tapping into that endurance set too. So, second main movement of the day with these weighted pulls. So we did 1 horizontal strength exercise, 1 vertical, more hypertrophy based work. We got 1 more routine to go, guys. Let's get it. Alright guys, third exercise of the day is going to be a supinated grip chin up, but we're going to be doing it in L-sit variation to make it harder. So the first movement, horizontal row. Second, vertical pull. Now we're going to be working supinated grip chins in a position that's going to increase the intensity of the exercise. So we're going to keep our hands shoulder width apart, no wider. You come up, L-sit. So, 10 reps, and again, doing it in that L-sit position is going to increase the intensity of the exercise. It's going to actually place more stress on the back as opposed to the biceps. Still going to get a ton of bicep activation as opposed to doing your pull-ups, but it's also going to put you in a more advantageous position to activate the lats when doing them L-sit supinated grip pulls. So 2 more sets of this L-sit chin-up. Hoping to catch 10 reps each set, and I'll keep the break periods now About 2 minutes strict. I don't need to go any higher than that. Remember, the body weight is the intensity, but we're increasing the intensity of the body weight by doing it in an L-sit position. If you guys can't do it in an L, you guys can do it in the tuck variation. It'll still be harder than regular, but not as hard as doing it in a full L. So, 2 more sets to go. Let's get it. Alright guys, this is the third set of L-sit chin-ups. You guys can see there's a dip attachment now, because my pops, who's recording right now, he did a full body workout. He started with shoulder presses, then he did some pulls. Now he's on chest, hitting his dip work. So it's my third set, L-sit chin-ups, 10 reps. Let's go. Alright guys, it's 3 sets of the L-sit chin-ups done. And that's a wrap for the full pull workout. Look guys, 3 main exercises, all with very high intensity. Remember, the first routine, the band assisted front levers, they're not easy for me. So it takes a lot, it's a lot of central nervous system activation, a lot of neurological adaptation. I gotta learn to engage the glutes, keep the body tense, at the same time as doing a dynamic movement, right? So it's a lot more to think about than just doing a static front lever hold. From there, we went to weighted pulls, working at 70 pounds, 3 working sets, 6 reps each set, really hitting that hypertrophy borderline. Then 2 drop sets, increasing the volume. So we hit 1 main horizontal, 1 main vertical. And then we went to 1 body weight movement, supinated grip pulls in the L-sit position. Remember guys, don't neglect the supinated grip work. You don't see it in tournaments. You don't really see people doing it that often, but it's very important for a balance in the pull muscles, right? As well as especially for the elbow joint. And another thing about doing them L-sit, like I said, it's gonna put you in a more advantageous position to engage the lats and the posterior chain, but it's also gonna put you at a healthy position for the shoulder blades and the scapula to be retracted and set in place perfectly. So, 3 main exercises for pull today. Remember, I hit every muscle group 2 to 3 times minimum. I very rarely do a straight back workout or isolated muscle group like that, but it just so happens that's how my routine felt after traveling for the last week down in Florida. So I actually trained legs down in Florida, my last day there. Came back here yesterday on Friday, I trained chest, a little bit of chest work. Yesterday hit some shoulders and legs again. The only thing I really didn't touch on fully was back, so that's why we did a full back session. I'll probably rest tomorrow and then start the routine fresh on Tuesday. So I'm training today on a Sunday. So I'll take 1 day off tomorrow because I already trained my full body the last 4 days in a row. And start the routine, shoulders and back fresh up on Monday. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this routine. Don't forget, like the video, it really helps the algorithms out. Share it with your friends, your family, your co-workers. It's the new year, guys. Let's start making changes now. Let's get ourselves right for spring, summer. Let's not wait till last minute to start those cutting diets. Remember guys, you don't got to do it, you don't want to do a drastic cut, right? That's when you're going to lose a lot of muscle. You want to do it slow and steady. Don't forget, like also guys, leave a comment, I always comment back, and peace out guys. BARNATURALS.
I die, I'm top 3. For I die, I'm top 3. For I die, look.